Hey everybody, it's Second Chance Adventures. Today's day number 256 after having gastric bypass surgery. So another question that came in was a really good one. It was about, what do you eat now after 8.5 months of surgery? And the reason why they asked is because here recently, in the last maybe couple months or so, I haven't really been talking about what I can or can't eat because it gets really repetitive, because it was just the same thing. And I know if I was watching a channel that had the same thing in every video, I wouldn't really want to watch it anymore. So I switched it up and talked about topics, things you go through when you're overweight, how things are different after you've had surgery, and questions you guys have that you send me on Twitter. But somebody was curious, like, okay, we haven't heard anything about the eating in a while, so what can you eat now, or what can you not eat, or how much can you eat? So here's an update on that. As of right now, 8.5 months, I still can barely eat much. I really can't. Like 1 to 2 bites and I just feel like I had Thanksgiving. And it's still supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be that, for life. Like my mom, she's like 4, almost 5 years or so out of surgery. She can't take more than 2 bites and she feels like she's got to go bow down and purge it all out, So that's what it's supposed to do. It's not just supposed to be a temporary thing, it's a permanent thing. They cut your stomach into a really small pouch and then they connect your small intestine to that little pouch, and you can only hold so much, and if you go over that, it just forces it back out. It's supposed to do that. So after 8.5 months, I can eat more different types of food. It's just how much of it I can, and they're different. So like a spoonful of rice is like the equivalent to like 1 piece of bread. I don't know why, but the rice is it just takes up so much room, and you think, yeah, well, bread's bigger, and it is bigger, but I don't know why that is, but a piece of bread doesn't feel as much as a spoon of rice. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just weird, but there's that. But whatever I do eat, I do what I can to make it the healthiest, because if I'm gonna eat and I can only have a tiny bit, I want to make sure I'm getting my nutrition in. So I still stick to my produce mostly, and I'm able to have like a small bowl of salad with like a little bit of chicken. For some reason, I'm still very sensitive to chicken. I really don't like to eat meat, but it's just a way to get protein in. I still drink at least 1 protein shake a day. It's like a meal replacer, but it has a lot of protein in it. It's like the Great Value brand you get at Wally World. They're really good. What's another one? I take multivitamins. That helps too. Let's see what else. So I can have other things like a little tiny, I can have like a half a fork load of pasta, and that's it. What else can I have? A lot of times I like to take like a piece of bread and put like some peanut butter on it. Then I'll cut it in half and eat half of it now and half of it in like an hour. I keep my selections very small because I know myself a little too well. And if I can have this much at a time, I'm gonna want some more later, and possibly more of it when I have it again. And I don't want to do that. So I just keep my options very limited, because I don't want to go back into that eating habit again. I just don't. I try to make sure that I drink water before I eat, because water takes up a lot of room. Plus you're getting your hydration in anyways, so it's like a double win. Water is very important, because I think after surgery, and really even before surgery, a way to help lose weight is before you eat, just drink a bunch of water, because then a lot of your hunger goes away and it takes up room in your stomach and you won't want so much food. That helps even after surgery, because it's still important to keep up with your water. Keep up with your water, man. So that's basically it. I know that wasn't a lot, but that's just because I keep it very limited. Not just that, but I can't really keep much down anyways, and that was the whole point of the surgery. But whatever I do have, I keep it very simple and very raw if I can. Of course, unless it's meat, but like raw produce and just a little bit of like peanut butter for protein, that kind of thing. So I hope that answers your question. I know that wasn't a whole lot of detail, but it is what it is. Of course, everybody's journey is different than mine. Everybody's story is different than mine. I'm just sharing what I go through now. So that's basically what I have now. Like later on today, we're going to be having sliders for lunch. And I think I'm going to have half of one and then have the other half later for supper. Because it's bread and meat and there's sauce on it, and that takes up a lot of room. So, you know, and it's okay. It is okay to say, oh, I'm full, I'll just have the rest of it later. Because I notice, you know, in this country, and I don't know about other countries, but like we're always told, finish everything on your plate. Make sure you finish all the stuff on your plate. But it's like, yeah, but if you're full, don't. But it's just something we grew up hearing so much, thinking we have to have everything on our plate. You know, and I think that contributes to, you know, I guess our early path to an eating habit, I think. But I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a professional. It's just kind of something I've thought of here and there a few times. But I hope that answers your question. Hope to see you guys later. Have a good rest of the day and do what you can to make good choices for yourself and for your future.